Welcome everybody back to week 14 CNG 125. Um, so this week we'll be taking at a medium-sized business for our projects. Um, and this one will be more of a reflection and a solution, um, not so much as a deep dive. Um, and realize that, within a medium-sized business, I thought I said medium-sized business, we're thinking of businesses up to 250 people. Um, Feel free to search um, medium-sized businesses around Fort Collins or maybe cities where you are to kind of get an idea of what medium-sized businesses there are around you. Um, but we definitely need to take a different vantage point in finding these network solutions for companies of this size. Um, we need to start implementing a little bit of network growth, planning for network growth, because hopefully that business will grow and be successful. With this week's project, let's see. Um, we're going to be looking at the medium-sized business. We're going to make a topology that should have been over here. We're going to make a topology that definitely looks somewhat different, and you don't have to be so granular as to show me um, like client computers, but do have maybe floors. I would say maybe departments, listed um, as like one computer. Make sure there's some sort of access to printers. Um, so in your topology, you got to start thinking at a larger scale um, and kind of just reflect what should be there and how the layout should be. Um, is there a Wi-Fi? If you remember back on campus, anywhere you travel is going to be the student Wi-Fi, but how do they do that? You know, and if you were able to once again remember back, if you were on campus and joined a wireless network, you did see that there was a production network also, and that's where the faculty and staff log on to, is that other um, wireless network. So are there many SSIDs? Are there two SSIDs? Um, are there hidden SSIDs? And that's what you have to really start thinking about to do and to execute within a medium-sized business, a bigger business than definitely a small office, home office. Um, our printers, are they local? Are they network printers? Um, Same type of really layout as any of the campuses. Usually you see those big printers that instructors use, and that's just a giant network printer scanner, multifunction, I should say just multifunction printer. You can scan and fax to it. You can fax from it, and you can also print to it. And I just thought about this one this morning. Does your topology support working from home during COVID-19? Um, you know, does it have protocols in place for supporting this work at home transition? As I don't know if you're aware, but Front Range definitely had to adjust how the information was housed. It can no longer be housed exactly at the campus, but had to be moved to the cloud in order to have every instructor using that resource. So that was a very interesting take on this. Does it have VPNs? That's another thing. Are there virtual private networks within the internet, basically? Uh, is there a specific QoS? Um, there's a lot of QoS prioritization when you get to businesses this size. You have to make sure that specific things have the highest um, highest level of access. Yeah. Video conference calls have to be priority when you're communicating. If I were to skip every other word, you could probably delineate what I'm saying, but if we were trying to hold a business meeting and it had to deal with multi-millions of dollars, that probably wouldn't be such a good thing to happen. So what QoS do you have in place to do this? And once again, you can search for most of these and find the answers on the internet, of course. But make sure you write, or if you use a graphic, just kind of say, hey, look, this is what this place says in your slides, or make sure to give them credit. Research one hardware software solution to implement access control. Remember, access control can be a mandatory access control, discretionary access control. There can be even more. I think the biggest list I saw was about 7. But they can be, let's see, we can do I'm drawing a blank here. I want to say a domain controller, but we can do Active Directory. There we go. We can do Active Directory and actually start to create users, computers, and define them by roles and rules. We can create, we can research access control through like doors. You can have key fobs, you can have codes. So make sure you look up various ways to do access controls. And even if you wanted to base your business off of Wi-Fi only, an access control you could do with access points is put them into the ceiling above the drop-down ceiling and do a simple security through obscurity type of deployment. That's there. The customers can use it, but they don't know exactly where the access points are, creating some access control. Once again, many different takes on access control and how to implement it. I'll leave that choice up to you for that. Once again, present your slides, present your solution in the Dropbox, 5 to 10 slides. Make sure you detail product, your research for access control, and then project reflection, discussion. What was your biggest takeaway from analyzing this small business? Or, I'm sorry, medium-sized business. Medium-sized businesses definitely grow quickly, and we see a lot of them around. And it's good to get some practice with them because it's leading into that larger scale business where we have over 250 people, and you're really dealing with a lot of information at once. And with that, we have one more week and a few days left. Yeah, we have week 15. We have our finals. And then I believe, yeah, final exam, MTA, I should say MTA testing. If you haven't taken the MTA, oh, that's right, the campus is closed. You should have the network fundamentals. If you didn't have a chance to take it last semester, the Microsoft Technology Associate Network Fundamentals, MTA is a certification for life. Make sure you get into Larimer campus to take it, and I will actually start looking at information now to see if the campus is opening and how you guys can get it. Once again, make sure you're applying what you learned to certifications, because that shows that not only did you learn the information at campus, but you started to apply that information. And of course, the more certifications you have, the easier it's going to find a job. And let's do a quick Google search. Strader. So if we're looking at network administrator certifications, we can kind of see a list here. A+, Net Plus, Security Plus, CNAP, Microsoft, MCSA, and MCSE. You get the MCSA when trying to pursue the MCSE. And once again, these are more server-based courses that you see at Front Range. CNG 212, 213, and 214 are going to be those ones. But definitely network administrator type jobs. But what leads you there is definitely getting those, taking those first steps to get lower level certifications and start working your way up. With that, have a great week, and I'll talk to you guys later.